Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Happy wealthy Monday, the start of a brand new week. Hang on one quick second. Let me do all the getting everybody where they need to be. There we go. All right. Happy Monday. Where are you all? All you, as you're coming in, make sure you say hi and give love. And let's start off this week in our highest energy. I know that I had a wonderful Easter. I'm going to wait for you all to come in because some places in the world, Monday after Easter is a holiday. It's Holy Monday or Easter Monday. And so maybe you're all still just waking up. Hey, Sarah, good morning. All right. So I see that you're all here. Hey, Tiffany. Happy Monday. Happy wealthy Monday. Let's affirm it's going to be a wealthy week. This is going to be a wealthy week for all of us. Abundance in every shape and form imaginable. Good morning, Grace. All right, so let us jump in because I know for some of you it's still a holiday and you want to get back to bed or relax, do your thing. So I want to share the message that I have this morning, which is around working. And you're probably like, what, Tasha? Stop working for money? What am I supposed to do instead? So hang tight. I am going to tell you what to do. But I do want to say that part of preparing for this message was inspired by the Easter holiday. And I want to actually use that as kind of like a foundation for this conversation. And I acknowledge and respect that there are some people who do not celebrate Easter. And I'm not trying to convert anyone to acknowledging or celebrating Easter. I just want you to hear the story and hear the metaphor and see how it can be applied to this message that I have to share with you this morning. Hang on one quick second. Okay, there we go. All right. So again, I see that you're all there. Happy Monday, happy wealthy Monday, start of a wealthy week. Declare this is going to be a wealthy week. That's right. This is a wealthy week. Declare it now and then go out and just go experience it. So this morning we're talking about stop working for money. And I want to talk about my reflections yesterday, which I shared with the goddesses, because yesterday was Easter Sunday, and I'm a Christian. I celebrate Easter. And I was thinking about the life of Christ. And really, for me, what I do when I read about the life of Christ is I really use it as a model of what we should all be striving to be as humans. I feel that the life of Christ was meant to show us this is what you're capable of. When you know who you are, when you're full of understanding of your power as a child made in the image of the Creator, when you know that fully, then this is what you're capable of. And so that for me is what the life of Christ was all about. And so in the story of Easter, where Jesus died on a cross on Friday and Sunday he rose from the dead. What does that mean for us when we reflect and we look at that story in the context of stop working hard? Tasha, where are you going with this? You're probably thinking. So I want you to just think about this, in terms of this holiday and the life of Christ modeled for all of us our ability to die to any unfavorable circumstance in our life, any version of ourselves that we want to be resurrected from, we want to change, we want to transform. We literally, each and every single one of us, have the ability at any time to die to that version of ourselves and to be born again, to be resurrected. And here is why I love Easter and I love reflecting at Easter, because it's a chance for you to choose or to use this story, the life of Christ, and say to yourself, what are the parts of my life that I really want to die to? I want to be born again. I want to ascend to a higher version of me, of my choosing, a new me of my choosing. I want to raise myself up. I want to ascend from the old version of me that I am choosing to let go of. I'm choosing to let that version of me die so I can ascend to a higher version of my choosing. And I love that Kathleen in our Wealth Sisterhood said, you know what, April 1st, which is today, is my new year. And I was just like, that is brilliant. She's like, I'm giving myself the chance to start over. I'm giving myself the chance to just make this brand new for me. Who do I want to be? How do I want to be? I'm starting over. It doesn't have to be January 1st. And what I love about, again, the life of Christ and the model for us is you can choose to do this every single day. You can choose to do it minute by minute. You can choose to do it every 5 minutes. There is no one day, January 1st, you go, you know what? This is it. I'm going to just change all of me and become this different version of me. You can make that choice at any time. What a gift. What an incredible gift. That's the way I think about it anyway. So, having said all that, today's conversation, I want to invite you, if you're listening, I want to invite you to consider, would you consider releasing, letting go, dying to the old version of you that needs money? You are attached and fearful when it comes to money. And that attachment and that fear and that need energy causes you to believe you have to work for it, right? It's like, I need it. And so all I can think of is I have to work to get it. I have to work, and it's me. I need to get out there and do all these things because I need money. I want you to just use this, think of this analogy. It's a bright, beautiful day here in Florida outside my window. I never ever think I need sunshine. I don't, it's not something that crosses my mind. Maybe once in a while I'll go, oh, it'd be nice. I really need to go to the beach. But truthfully, sunshine is available in abundance. I go outside, I get my sunshine, I get my vitamin D. It's never something I'm thinking I'm so attached. I need vitamin D. And yet I need it, right? It's a physical reality of what is needed to survive is I need vitamin D. We all do. And so what I want you to just understand from that example is even though I need it to survive, it's never something I'm thinking about and I'm like doing all of this efforting to get vitamin D. It's the same thing here. Would you be willing to die to your need for money? Would you be willing to die to the version of you that needs, that is so attached and so fearful and worried around money? That is number one. Would you be willing to die to the version of you that believes with everything in your being that you need to, you must work, and you must work hard for money? It's the only way. Would you be willing to die to that version of you? Would you be willing to release, let go the version of you that tells yourself a money story that no longer serves you? Would you be willing to go, I'm done with that money story. I'm done. Today is the day I am done. Would you be willing to die to the version of you? And here is the really powerful gift of free will is that you have to free and willingly choose to do this. There is not someone that's going to come and go, you know what, it's time. That's it. This story no longer serves you. This belief no longer serves you. This need that you have it's not working out for you. No one's going to come and do that. You have to choose consciously. I am done with this version of me that thinks like this, acts like this, believes these things, tells myself these stories. I'm done. Right? So that's what I want you to think about for the first part of my share with you this morning is, would you be willing to let go of that version of you? And so, okay, Tasha, I am. So what do I do instead? If you don't want me to work for money, what do I do instead? Well, here's what happens. If you release that version of you, the version that needs money and is very attached, the version that believes you have to work really hard, the version that's telling yourself a story that no longer serves you, if you're willing to die to that version of you, this beautiful new you gets created. And now you get to look at working in a totally different way. You don't need to work for money. There is no need to work like crazy. And the reason you're working, the reason behind why you are working is just so you can get money. You get to let that go and you get to ascend to a higher version. And here is why you would want to do that. Like, why would I want to do that, Tasha? Why would I want to let go of all this? And if I'm not going to work for money, then what am I going to work for? And why would I even want to do it? Because if you work for this instead of working for money, money comes in abundance with ease. That's why you want to do it. You want to detach from the I need to work for money energy, thought, belief, action patterns that you have, and instead work from this place. And then the result is the money will come in abundance. I promise you. So here we go. Oh, Shirley says, I made the decision to release the need to work for money. So here we go. And I want you all, every single one of you watching live or watching the replay, I want you to declare everything that I'm about to say this morning as something that you're willing to embody and choose for yourself. So number one, I want to encourage you, instead of working for money, this is what you should do. Work to give and to serve. Instead of I'm working for money, instead choose, you know what? I'm going to work just for the sake of giving and serving from my gifts, my talents, and my wisdom. That's it. It is not I'm working so I can have money. I'm working just to give and to serve. Just feel the shift in energy when you think about it like that. I just want to, I'm here, I'm going to do all the things I'm here to do just so I can give and I can serve and I can be a blessing with the gifts, the talents, and the wisdom that I have to other people. That's it. That's why I'm going to work, right? I am choosing to work so I can just give and serve. And all of you that are watching and you are a wealthy, which means you're one of our wealth sisters, you're in the sisterhood. This is what I'm going to support you to do for this entire month of April. So I got you covered. Everybody else, this is just something you're going to have to work on, and I invite you to message me and ask, how can you come be part of the sisterhood so you can have the template and the process for doing this and be committed and accountable to it. But if you can take 30 days to just truly switch from I'm going to turn off the need to work for money and I'm going to turn on I'm just here to work, to serve and give of my gifts and talents and my wisdom. This is my prayer every morning. God, use me. You have given me these gifts. You've given me these talents. You've given me this wisdom. You've given me all the ability, all the resources to share all of it with others to make their lives better. So just use me. I'm going to work today in service to all the people that these gifts that I have, these talents, the wisdom, the all of it, that it can be used in service to them. I just want to give and serve. And so that would be number one, is can you make that change in the way that you think about work? The other one is I'm going to work to experience the fulfillment that comes when I know I'm doing something that's making a difference. It's making an impact and it's contributing to the lives of others. That's why I'm going to work. I'm not going to work for money. I'm going to work for fulfillment. I am working me. The reason, so now I don't, like there is no frustration, there's no worry, there's no, oh my gosh, I'm working so hard. I couldn't care less how many hours I work. I couldn't care less because why I'm working is for the fulfillment that I get in knowing I am contributing. I am making an impact. My work, when I work, it's making a difference. So I want you all, if you're here, make sure you're typing that. I'm choosing to work so I can experience fulfillment. I'm choosing to work so I can experience the fulfillment that comes from knowing I'm making a difference in somebody's life. Maybe you own a business, and the fact that when you do this work, your business receives revenue and you're able to pay your employees and their family survives and they thrive. Maybe it's that you have some wisdom, and when you serve it, you transform somebody's lives, you heal them, you cause them to heal from pain, you cause them to free their minds, you cause them to make more money, whatever it is. I'm just working for the fulfillment and the joy that comes from knowing I'm making an impact. I'm choosing to work so I can experience fulfillment. Think about that. I'm choosing to work so I can experience fulfillment. I am choosing to work. Here's number three. Instead of working for money, I am working for joy. I am working for the joy that comes from doing something I love to do. That's why I am working for the joy that comes from doing something that I love to do, and I am great at it. Oh my gosh, how is this real life? How is this work? Seriously, I get to do something I love. I'm great at it. Pinch me. And you call this work? No, I'm not working for money. I am working for the joy that comes from knowing I get to do something that I love. That's what I do for myself, and I'm inspiring you to be born again and to ascend to this higher version of yourself that gets to look at work totally detached from money, not for the need for money, but totally so that you can give and serve. You can experience fulfillment. You can have joy from doing something that you love. You get to share. I am working so I can share my love. For me, work equals love. Can you all type that? Work equals love. That's it for me. I am doing something that allows me to pour out love in my way into the lives of the people that I get to serve. That's work for me. That's how I define work. Work equals love. So now I have nothing going on up here. Do I have bills to pay? Do I have a mortgage, a car note? My kids got to go to college, right? My husband and I are buying a new house. I got all the money things going on. And my mind will want me every now and then to go into, well, measure your business success based on these numbers. And I get it. I understand. And is that responsible? Yes. But I do not spend, if I'm going to work for 8 hours, I'm not going to spend 7.5 hours thinking, let me do all these things so I can make money. And I'm not going to lie to you and say I don't look at the numbers and I don't care about the money. I do. But what makes me do this when I'm on vacation, when I'm no matter what, is for the love of it. My work allows me to pour love into the lives of those I serve. How does it get any better than that? That is work. Work equals love. Work equals love. This is my chance to pour all of this love I have in me out to all of you. It doesn't get any better than that. So for you, instead of work equals money, work equals love. How can I use this thing that I get to do to pour love into those that I'm here to serve? Whether you have a job or a business, it doesn't matter. You are here to serve other people. Every single one of us, we're here in service to each other. And so, how could you use your work to share your love? That's what you should be. Well, that's what I'm encouraging you to think about. I don't want to should anybody, right? Okay. But here's the ultimate work is not about money. Work is our ability for God, universe, source, to use our hands, our minds, our bodies, our gifts, our talents. It's really this work is our ability to channel God. It's our ability to channel God, universe, source. And why do I know that for sure? Because we are here in the physical, and God, universe, source is energy and spiritual. And so the way that God, universe, source works so that each of us can get what we want is by channeling the ability to experience it through others. It's the reason why we have people who have the gift of financial planning so they can help us with our finances. We have people who have the gift of doing our taxes so we can get all of our tax stuff squared away. We have people who have the gift of building homes so we can have a home to live in, right? These are all answers to our individual prayers. And each of us, with our gifts and talents, we are channeling God to answer each other's prayers. And so for me, work is me channeling God to answer the prayers of the people who are praying for the wisdom, the knowledge, and the gifts that I have been blessed with. So I get to work to channel God, universe, source, to be the answer to the prayer of the people that are praying for what I have. Oh my God. What? And it's like I heard God say to me one day, do not put me in a sales funnel. Like, Tasha, I am bigger than that. Do not put the work that you're here to do and minimize me to a sales funnel. Like, yes, you need to do that and be practical about it. But when you think of your work, I need you to think way bigger than these little systems that you have. They are great and they serve their purposes and they're needed. But when you think about your work, I want you to work from you are God, universe's source, channel of answering prayers for other people. Now, when you work from that place, that becomes the cause of why you work. We've been talking a lot about the law of cause and effect. When that is the cause of why you work, your work is so pure. Energetically, it is aligned to the energy of joy, of love, of fulfillment. Think about that. If you come from, I'm going to work so I can give and serve, so I can be fulfilled, so I can have love, so I can experience joy, I can be a channel for God. I can give love. When that is why you work, not working for money, but when that is why you work, think of the purity of that energy. Just imagine you could see that as energy around you when you sit to do your work. And that's the energetic place that you're coming from. That is a magnet to the only other thing that is a match for that is not lack. You cannot be in lack if you work from that place, because if that is the cause, then the effect is abundance. That's the only thing that's going to be a match for love and joy and fulfillment and service and generosity, right? Those are very high frequency, energetic places to work from. And the effect of that has to be abundance. There's no two ways about it. But when you work for money, the cause of your work is money, it's a very low frequency. And the effect is you're always going to be looking for, there's not enough. There's not enough. There's lack. I can't make enough. I got to come back over here and work harder. I hope that that makes sense for all of you. I really do, because I poured my heart into trying to share this with you. And I really, I think if you just bring it down to why should you work? Work for love, work to be a channel for God, work to feel fulfilled, work to feel joy, work to serve, and work to give. And again, those of you that are part of the sisterhood, that's what we're going to be focused on this month. I can't wait for you all to do this, because you're going to see actually how much more excited you are to do your work. So many people say, Tasha, I'm stuck. I'm not taking the action. I'm procrastinating. Well, because you're working for money. You're working from an ego place. But if you commit to doing it for these reasons, this is the cause. It is just going to be, it's just going to be amazing. I love it, Nicole. Yeah, you get to be born again to this version of you, this you who works from this place. And you can release the old you who work for money. Let her go. Bye-bye. See ya. Bye. Done. Right? Ascend, be born again, be resurrected and be born again. Um, so I want to say one of the things that I've been talking to you all about and asking you is, would you be interested in me doing a money story makeover masterclass? And we sent an email out, and so many of you said yes. You said yes to the event. And so I'm going to do it. And I want you to realize that part of our story, right? Nobody told me work for love. Nobody told me work to serve. Nobody told me work to feel fulfilled. No, there was no conversation about that at all. It was work to survive, work to thrive, work to make money. And that's part of our money story. We are literally playing out that story that we were told, and we are now telling ourselves. Remember, one of the things I said to you was, can you choose to die to the version of you that tells yourself a money story that no longer works for you? And so if you are really interested in coming to this money story makeover masterclass, I want to give you the date. Type it. Every single one of you watching live or the replay, type it so I know you heard me. You have the date and the time, and you will be there. It will be April 25th, Thursday, April 25th, from 12 to 1:30 for an hour and a half. We're going to look at your money story. We're going to look at the people that impacted your story the most. And they're typically your mother, your father, people in your life that you admired, that you had a strong admiration for. Could be your teacher, could be your pastor, could be your grandparents. But we are going to really hone in on the story you're telling yourself that you're not even aware of. Angela, it's the 25th of April, April 25th, 12 to 1:30 Eastern. Can you all go ahead? So I know that you'll be there. April 25th, mark it in your calendars. You're all going to be there. We're going to do a money story makeover masterclass. And then those of you that are in the sisterhood, what's going to be beautiful is we're going to then spend all of May, think about that, remaking, like really embodying, living, putting into effect this new money story. It's one thing to attend a masterclass, and become aware. The work continues, right? I've done so many of these things and I become aware, but I really want to stay in the work. I want to stay in there for a couple other weeks so that I can see myself experience a transformation. And so those of you that are in the sisterhood, that's what we're going to do. But it starts with this masterclass. So April 25th is when we're going to do the masterclass. And so that you can get reminded of all the info, go ahead. Let me just tell you how to do this. Type the word reminder wherever you're watching. Type the word reminder, and we will get you all the details once we finalize the Zoom link and how to pay for it and all that stuff. We will send it to you if you're on the list. So go ahead and type the word reminder right now, and then you'll get a prompt to get into our reminder sequence in Facebook Messenger, and that's your key. You all that you know how good we do with this automated system. So once you type reminder, you're in, and you're going to get all the notifications. It'll make it really easy for you to get yourself registered. All right. Let me jump over here. All right, there we go. Type the word reminder. Mwah. Ladies, have a wonderful Monday. Those of you that are still celebrating Easter, have a wonderful Easter Monday. Sit with this idea today and choose to be born again to the you who no longer works for money, but works instead to serve, to give, to be fulfilled, to experience joy, to share love, to be a channel for God, universe, source. Be born again to that version of you. You are going to love this. And when you do that, you must, not maybe, it's a law. You must, because the energetic frequency that is a match for those things is abundance. You must experience abundance. Okay? Love you all. Happy Monday.